Hello and welcome to Season 3 of Arsenal FC's Road to Redemption series. This is Freestyle. I've gone ahead and simmed through the end of the previous season. Just to catch everybody up, we finished in ninth place, which isn't the best. I started the season off way better than how I ended it, but given the squad that we have, not too bad at our first go at the Premier League. I didn't qualify for any European competition, finishing in ninth place last season, obviously. However, I now can play in the domestic cup games, the Carbo Cup and the FA Cup. Previously, I was forfeiting those games. The benefit of that is don't have to play any midweek games throughout majority of the season, so managing the lineup is very easy. It's not until I think like maybe February or March where the calendar gets a little bit tighter with the fixtures on a regular season. But with the Carbo Cup and FA Cup, throughout the calendar, you'll get games midweek, games on 2-3 days rest, and you really have to juggle your lineups. Given some of the difficulties I had previous season, I've decided to try out a new formation, similar to kind of what Arsenal's running in real life right now. They're kind of running a 3-4-3, but really it's a 5-2-3 what they're running. Because what happens is the players that are playing in the midfield, the left midfield and right midfielder, really are more like wing backs. So this formation in FIFA, I think, fits to what is actually happening in real life more accurately. And what I've done is I've kept Saka, Nketiah, and Nelson up front. That three-headed monster has been very successful for me, so I don't want to mess with it. Smith Rowe is now playing more of a midfielder's role alongside Willock. Ian O'Connor, although he's 6'5" and would make a great center back, he's got a high attacking work rate and he's got a 4-star skill move, and his offensive stats are actually pretty decent. So putting him in the box seems like a disservice. So I'm going to keep him at wing back, putting Declan Rose, my first youth academy signing, into the box. Now he's only 5'10", but he can play left back, center back, right back. And I've decided to start him out in center back just to see how he does there, with Medley and Mavropanos in the middle, Jenkins in the other wing back. So for now, Bielik is going to be my backup center back. I think Lee and Kelly, two other youth academy prospects, both with high work rates, both can play either wing back position, are going to make my lineup a little bit more frequently, as I think I'm going to move on from Bramall and Osetetu. My 2-year transfer ban has also been lifted. So now I can go out and get players. I've got $300 million in transfer budget. I mean, this game is ridiculous with how much money you get for finishing ninth place in the Premier League. So theoretically, I can go out and buy anybody I want, but that's not very fun. I mean, that's very easy to build up a superstar lineup. And the spirit of this career mode is to try and build from within, youth academy players, and limit spending. So what I've done is I've looked at some players that are either young, that are currently on Arsenal's roster, or had previously been in the academy. One of which, William Saliba, I think we've already discussed on this in this series. He's now worth 13 million, but it looks like I'm gonna have to offer between 16.5 and 23.5 to get him. And he's the guy that I want to get. A player that a lot of Reddit users mentioned is Ismail Benasser. As you can see, he's a pretty well-rated player. He's worth only 14 million, not too expensive. Looks like this team's not gonna sell him. We'll try to get him, but we'll see. Other guys I had in mind, someone like Jack Grealish, I think might be too good of a player for what this series is, but he's still kind of young, only 24 years old. He's an English player, growing from within. Maybe that's something. I'm going to kind of leave that up to you guys if you guys think that he fits the role of what I'm trying to do. Another player I was thinking of bringing back was Jack Wilshere. I thought maybe, bringing in a little bit, maybe an older player with some veteran presence to shore up that midfield might be a good idea. Again, he's not that expensive. 21 to 31 million is what I'd probably have to offer. Not too bad. But again, these are guys I'm just thinking about. I don't think I'm going to actually pull the trigger on either one of those guys. And the last one is Kieran Tierney, who would fit that left wing back position perfectly. Currently an Arsenal player. Love the dude. The guy's an amazing player. Gonna have to offer him 26 to 35 million. Again, it's well within my spending means, but given the spirit of the career mode, we're probably not gonna go after him. But just to give you an idea of what I'm thinking of the type of players I'm gonna grab. Just as a quick reminder, the team was hit with financial fair play violations, and therefore the new owners are very adamant on how they spend their money and be very careful with how they spend their money. So a rule I've put in is the only way I can spend money is to have earned it through player sales. So, as an example, to get William Saliba, if I have to give, let's say, 18 million I have to give for him, the only way I can get him is either through a player swap with the team and some money, or selling someone on my current roster for 17 million and then offering that. That's how I'm going to work it. One thought I had is that season 1, I think it was, I sold Ainsley Maitland-Niles for 16 million to AX. So I do have some money to play with, but I feel like that's cheating the system. I kind of want to start that rule going now. Again, with 300 million transfer budget, it's very easy to build up a very good roster. I'm trying to make it a little bit more interesting for myself. I might have to do a player swap for William Saliba. I think I really need somebody to shore up that defense for me. He's a guy that I definitely want to get before the start of the season, or at least before the end of the transfer market. So, to facilitate generating some money so that I can go out and get William Saliba, I've decided to transfer list these 5 players. Oliver Strachan is a youth academy goalkeeper who's actually rated higher than Matt Macy right now, but Matt Macy's playing so well that I don't feel like disrupting my roster that way. And finding a youth academy goalkeeper is pretty easy. Gilmore, we'll see what happens. He's not growing at all, so I feel like I can replace him with a youth academy player very easily. Bramwell and Osetetu, both. Although I like both of these players, I have plenty of left backs and right backs that have come through the youth academy that I would rather promote. And then Bielik, I'm just not happy with the way he plays. He's valuable as a backup center back, but if I can get William Saliba, I can probably part ways with this guy. So these are the guys I'm going to try and generate money with in hopes of getting William Saliba. And if I can't, maybe I'll do a player swap. We'll see. I know so far there's been a lot of talking and a lot of setup for season 3, and I do apologize for that, but I will have a game against Stoke City at the end of this episode. So if you just hang out just a little bit longer and deal with all the setup for season 3, you will be rewarded with a good game against Stoke City. We'll start simming, and I'll stop anytime anything interesting comes up, but this should be pretty straightforward. Let's see. Okay, here's our first offer for Jordi LC Tutu. Let's see, 1.3 million. Let's see if we can negotiate that higher. All right, that didn't work out well for me. My negotiation skills are a little weak after a 2-year transfer ban. Okay, someone's paid the release clause for Christian Bielik, Internacional. He's free to go. So Bielik has been sold for 4.2 million. The board has allocated 3.2 to my transfer budget. We're $3.2 million closer to William Saliba. So we got an offer for Cohen Bramwell for 1.2 million. They're offering me a lot more than what his value is, so I'm not even going to mess around with that. And I'm going to accept that offer. Let's see what happens. Lazio signed Jamie Vardy for 11.5 million. Not bad at all. We'll do this youth academy report real quick. Let's see what we've got here. This is Marcus Roberts in Ireland. Fantastic. That was a disaster of a scouting report because for 3 months, I got no players over a potential of 90 from Ireland. Very disappointing in that one. Jaskovic, scouting Canada. Fantastic. 0 players over a potential of 90. That was an epic failure. Charlie Rose is really getting to the point where I think I'm going to have to bring him up. He's already 67 rated, potential 89.94. Even better is Pete Rose. I'm not calling him Peter Rose. He's Pete Rose, potential 92 to 94. Hands down the best player in my youth academy. I'm going to hold off on both of these players, especially Charlie Rose, because he plays a position that a lot of other players play. And I get a feeling, given his sprint speed and those physical stats, I get a feeling he's also going to be able to play center back. And he might actually take over Declan Rose's spot because he's taller, 6'2", good heading accuracy, can pass the ball well. His stand tackle is terrible, but his marking is good. Not going to bring him up just yet. Oof. So Bramwell got sold, and we have another $875,000 allocated, which really isn't that much money. Brings me to about 4.75 million allocated. Now here's an interesting one. River Plate, big team, coming in for Bukayo Saka. River Plate's a big team, and that 12.4 million can go a long way. But man, I love Bukayo Saka. He's such a good player. He's valued between $15 and $23 million though. This one's a difficult one for me. But the problem is, I like Bukayo Saka way too much to let him go. All right, we've made it to the first game of the season. I still don't have enough money to go get William Saliba, so we're going to have to start the season without him. And first game's against Stoke City. Richarlison to Valencia for $67 million. Wow. And Luis Suarez goes to Juventus for $66 million. Whoa. Crazy. Crazy deals. All right, here we are, kickoff to season 3 with our new 5-2-3 formation, and we're off.
It's Arsenal to kick off.
Oh boy, I have no idea how this is going to work out with this new formation. Let's see. I got to get used to the way my players space now. I've never played with a 5-2-3 before, so understanding the spacing is going to take some time for me.
Looks the goalkeeper in the eye.
Declan Rose played that beautifully.
Behind.
I have a feeling he's in the wrong spot. He's only 5'10", he's so short.
Corner's taken. Good defending at the front post.
He did his job. Up to Saka, who hits Ian O'Connor on the overlap. That's exactly what I wanted. Ian O'Connor coming down the sideline like this. With a cross to Reece Nelson. To Emile Smith-Rowe, who sends Reece Nelson. Here we go on the counter-attack. Oh, what a save! But I get the rebound, and Reece Nelson with his first goal of the season.
And they're looking a very classy side at the moment. They have scored a really good goal. Arsenal have the lead.
Reece Nelson with his first goal of the season. The goalie made an incredible save on that first shot, but Reece Nelson was able to find that rebound. Oh! Oh no! Oh my goodness.
Corner for Stoke. Got the opposition backpedaling a little bit.
Come on, get the ball off the guy.
Arsenal do
Yo,
have the
man.
advantage, but they've got to work hard to defend that advantage.
That's ridiculous that one player was able to hold off both Willock and Emile Smith-Rowe. I couldn't steal the ball off of the guy. Come on, that's a little too much, man. Willock to Saka. I knew I was going to be late. I just decided to two-foot the goalie there. Saka with the ball. Back to Nketiah. What a save by the goalkeeper again. What a shot. Up to Friornson, who sends Saka. Come on, get out there. Across Nketiah. Misses the net. Misses the net. Come on. No. What an opportunity, and I missed the net. Nice little spin move across Nketiah. There we go. No mistake on that one. Eddie Nketiah fires it home to seal the game. Eddie Nketiah with his first goal of the season to hopefully seal the win for Arsenal. Saka to Davies. And there it is, 2-0 victory. Ooh, that feels good. First win of the season. Maximilian Trudeau, super happy. Great start to the season. That was a great 2-0 victory over Stoke City. I still gotta figure out how to work with this new formation. Before we end this episode, we have a transfer offer for Oliver Strachan, which I want to take care of. Lille offering 6.2 million, which is a pretty decent price for this guy. He's worth between 5.8 and 8.5. I think I can get more. So let's try to get to 8 million. Okay. 8 million for Oliver Strachan. I'm happy with that. That was a pretty decent episode, I think. We set up season 3. We got the rules in place now that the transfer budget's open. And we got a good game against Stoke City where we won 2-0 with our brand new formation of 5-2-3, which I still got to get used to. I might have to tinker it a little bit, but we'll see. All that being said, that's it for this episode of Arsenal FC's Road to Redemption series. Thank you for watching, and as always, if you like what you saw, hit that like button, subscribe, tap that notification bell so that we can keep this train going. This is Freestyle signing off. Peace.